The ripple effects of Trump's mega bill. What lies ahead for American SAD? President Donald Trump, together with congressional Republicans, passed a sweeping tax and spending bill that promises to change the financial landscape for millions of Americans, particularly impacting vulnerable communities. However, the real changes and challenges put forward by this legislation will not manifest immediately. Here's the timeline and impact breakdown. Medicaid changes, a delayed challenge. Despite Trump's initial campaign promise to safeguard Medicaid, the crucial healthcare program for low-income and elderly citizens faces significant revisions. Starting in 2026, able-bodied Medicaid recipients aged 19 to 64 will be required to work or participate in approved activities, such as volunteering if they have no dependents. Although there are exemptions for parents or guardians of children under 14 and for those with disabilities, the anticipated burden of documenting work status could displace many from their health coverage. Moreover, the reduction in Medicaid funding may lead to the closure of rural health centers, which already face numerous operational challenges. The nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office projects that by 2034, approximately 12 million more Americans might be uninsured due to these changes. Affordable Care Act overhaul, a quiet storm brewing. Changes to the Affordable Care Act brought by the bill will not take effect until 2026, potentially pushing an additional 17 million individuals out of coverage. This is partly due to the elimination of automatic renewal processes and increased administrative demands on those applying for insurance through the open market. Food assistance. The work challenge intensifies. The new legislation also tightens the work requirements for participants in the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP. The age limit is raised from 54 to 64, and parents with children older than 6 are required to meet the new conditions, leaving fewer people exempt from these requirements. Some argue that these measures could disproportionately affect those in need of food assistance, and states will begin covering at least 5% of the program's costs starting in 2028. Tax revisions, a shift in relief. Beginning this year, some tax adjustments will introduce new deductions, such as for tips and overtime earnings, with specific limits set for these deductions. The standard deduction for taxpayers will increase, offering more relief at tax time. Notably, the state and local tax SALT deduction cap, set at $10,000 under Trump's 2017 tax law, will be raised to $40,000 for households earning less than $500,000. However, the expiration dates for green incentives like tax credits for electric vehicles and eco-friendly home upgrades will conclude within the year, signaling a shift away from these green tax incentives. Your thoughts? Do these changes seem fair to you? How do you think these revisions will shape the future of healthcare, food assistance, and taxes in America? Share your views in the comments below.